Sales at SMSD, cyber gets secure, and clowns invade the railroad. All this and more as the Stafford Weekly News starts now. Welcome to the Friday, July 8th edition of the Stafford Weekly News. I'm Randall Williams. You might think SMSD is totally closed for the summer, but that's not quite right. We grabbed our coin purses and visited a pre-July 4th fundraiser. SMSD isn't totally dead in the summer. Check out this Saturday Courtyard Market.
So today we are having a fundraiser trying to raise money to send our girls to summer camp at Apex. The camp is here locally in town at Apex, and it's a 3-day camp. The girls will do all kinds of things, learn some tumbling, some routines they can use throughout the year, and things like that. We have a bunch of people out here. We have our high school cheerleaders, our middle school cheerleaders, some of our school teachers, and a bunch of people from our community selling jewelry, clothing, crafts.
I'm representing my small business that I've been trying to grow. I make jewelry, ranging from like necklaces, bracelets, earrings. The whole point was for me to try networking. I'm not really good with marketing, so and I'm kind of good with socializing sometimes if I know the person. So this is kind of my way to like get to know people and let them see what I can do.
So when we first started, we started just on Facebook. We just recently opened our storefront in Sugar Land, Texas. We're right off of the freeway, on the Southwest Freeway between Derry, Ashford, and 90. And we carry women's clothing, sizes small through 3XL. We also have lots of women's accessories, shoes, earrings, and we have gift items. And then we just opened we've just been open for a couple of months, but starting in the fall, we'll have more gifty items. We have some in the store now for Christmas need. And we also do custom. So we do custom cups, we do custom shirts, ready to order, we do embroidery. So yes, we just brought a very few things so people could see some of the stuff we have in store, but if you come into the store, we have lots and lots of products.
Okay, well, Jazzy J Bling Accessories is independent consultant of paparazzi accessories. Everything is $5. It's fabulous jewelry that we can wear on a budget. And the best thing about it for us ladies is that every necklace comes with a complimentary pair of earrings, so we don't have to worry about that. And we have a lot of colors. We can make it fun, or we can make it sassy, bling out if we want to. So that's the best thing about it for me and for my customers. Well, first of all, I came out because the school needs support. All my kids went to Stafford, so I thought it would be a good thing to do, to come out and support them this morning, and also support myself with a few new customers, and I thought it was a win-win situation.
Right now, I am the financial chef. Most people know me as a chef. I've been a cook for a very long time. So all I did was trade in my pots and pans for my pen and paper. So I am Beverly Baxter, the independent insurance broker.
Hi, I'm Kimberlyn Roussel. I've been a native of Stafford, Texas, about 7 years now. My kids go to school here. It's a great school district. We're one big happy family. So I just decided to come out with my business partner here so we can educate the community about financial services.
Okay, it's with me and my husband. We started about a couple of years ago. We do catering and just barbecue events. We do brisket, pork, chicken, sides like potato salad and beans. Whatever you need, we can try and do for you.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who came out and supported our fundraiser. If you donated or you're here today, thank you.
For Spartan Spotlight, this is Randall Williams. School lunches are a lifeline for many students during the school year. But what happens during the summer? Do they go hungry? Not at SMSD, we found.
The summer meal program is an extension of the National School Meal Program. The difference between summer and the regular meal program is that summer is open to every child in the community that's 18 years old and under, and up to 21 if they are disabled and still a student. So they don't have to be a student of Stafford. It could be any child can come in and get breakfast and lunch at no cost. And I think it's just a great program because that helps parents with especially the meal prices these days. Food price is ridiculous, so that really takes the burden off the parents a little bit in the summertime to have meals available for them. Actually, we are mandated to offer the summer meal because of the percentage of free and reduced price meals that the district has. So if you have 50% or more of free and reduced students, then you are mandated to have summer meals. The meals are available at 3 schools. It's available at the high school, the early childhood center, and the elementary school. Those 3 schools are where they can come and eat the meal. The meals are, we're not serving sandwiches or anything like that. We're serving hot meals. We have spaghetti. I have the menus posted online. It is on School Cafe, and we have spaghetti with meat sauce. We have spaghetti with Alfredo sauce with the students that are vegetarian. We have lasagna, chicken tacos, pizza, burritos. We do have like a chicken sandwich, which is like a Chick-fil-A type of sandwich, hot chicken sandwich. So we are having hot meals. So I think that's important for kids to have a good hot meal to eat.
For Spartan Spotlight, this is Randall Williams. Bargains for Betterment, next.
In Stafford, diversity is not just a number, it's who we are.
When you are here, you become part of the story.
You can sleep well knowing we're always on the job and looking out for you.
It's a great place for growth and opportunity.
Tradition starts here.
We teach your children and we stick around for your grandchildren.
We are one. We are Stafford.
This is the city of Stafford, and we are one.
As business comes to rely more and more on technology, that technology becomes a target. Fernando Ramirez logs on to a recent event on that subject.
Today our Lunch and Learn was really about the topic of stopping cyber attacks, and the focus really was on prevention. We talked a lot about the experiences people have had with ransomware, with passwords being stolen, phishing issues with emails and other items, but the real goal was to educate the folks in attendance on things they can do to prevent any type of cyber attacks.
Preactive IT Solutions sponsored this Lunch and Learn today because we want to reach out to the community and educate them on the threats that are out there with ransomware and fraud, and talk about some of the things that they can do to protect themselves. These problems are serious. We've seen organizations get ransomware. All of their files are encrypted, their backups are encrypted, and they have no way to recover, no way to get out of this situation other than to pay the ransom and hope that they can get their files back. I've seen this take 2.5 to 3 weeks in a company where all their employees are sitting around twiddling their thumbs, unable to work until it's done. It's a very costly nightmare.
We're happy to sponsor this event because cybersecurity is a huge topic these days. It has been for a long time. So what's unique about us is we have a program that's designated by the NSA. It's a Center of Academic Excellence. So that means our program has been vetted. Students do a 2-year degree, they do certificates, they do continuing education. One of the things we like to brag about is our community college is ranked #1 in the nation in terms of the National Cyber League, so you're getting very talented individuals and from a very diverse pool as well. So we're just out here networking and helping the community.
The #1 thing that you can do to help alleviate this problem is to back up your data. If you're a home user, use something like Google Drive or OneDrive to get your data into the cloud and make sure it's copied up there regularly. If you're a business, make sure that you've got on-site and off-site backups and maybe even redundant servers that can be brought up quickly in the event of a disaster. Then some of the other things that you can do to prevent the issue in the first place is user training. Educate yourself, educate your users about what phishing looks like so they're not going to fall for some of these scams. Have an IT company come in and examine your network and do an assessment and find out where the weaknesses are with your firewall, with your endpoint security. Look at more advanced technologies like Zero Trust in your business that doesn't allow anything to run that isn't pre-approved. I think too many small businesses believe it won't happen to me, but it's happening next door to you. And so many business owners are afraid to talk about it. If I got hacked, that means I wasn't secure and I was irresponsible. And so it's embarrassing, so people don't want to admit it. You're never going to mitigate all of your risk, but you're going to greatly reduce it. I mean, it's to the point that 10% effort could reduce your risk by 90%.
Food pantries became very important during COVID, and the need for them has not diminished. John King visits one of Stafford's most established for this story.
Food Pantry, we serve families in East Fort Bend County, which is Fort Bend ISD, and Stafford MSD, and we provide food to needy families. We have several programs through our Food Pantry. The Kids Sack is just one of them. Okay, we enhance the Kids Sacks through the summer. We put bags of cereal, other kinds of foods that they may need at home since they're not getting free lunches at school or free breakfast. So it's a pretty good program. It really helps feed the kids during the summer. Also have our birthday bags where we help children celebrate their birthday. We do holiday baskets where we sign up families for Thanksgiving and Christmas meals. And then we have our full food, our enhanced orders that we give out when we're open. As a mother, when my children were growing up, they're sitting at home, they're hungry all the time. And a lot of times they don't have food to eat, when their parents are out working. So it's nice that we can provide them for food that's easy to prepare. They don't need a stove, they don't need an oven, they can pop things in the microwave, they can have breakfast bars, those kind of things that they can prepare for themselves that's easy to eat. So I've been here for almost 20 years. So our Kids Sack program it's about 5 years old. So, we're always trying to think of better ways that we can serve our community, and staying within our mission. We have seen an increase in families since school is out. In fact, we have seen a 29% increase in families that we've served the last month. It's important for them to know that we're here to help them, so if we can help them with groceries, then they can take that money that they would need to buy groceries and help with their utilities or their rent or gas, because we also have a financial assistance program as well. We have part of a collaborative with Fort Bend County and several other agencies out here. So we have signed up. You had to be pre-registered. We are going to be distributing over 1,000 school supplies, backpacks, shoes, and breakfast for a week at August the 6th at Constellation Field for families that have pre-registered. Most people, when they think of Food Pantry, they think of rice, beans, and peanut butter, just the basic food. But here at East Fort Bend, we put fresh fruits, vegetables, meat, milk, eggs, butter, desserts, breads, all those kind of things that you don't think about a food pantry. And our food baskets help families for at least 4 days worth of food for that week. And they can come back every week. I feel very satisfied because I grew up going to needing assistance, you know, so I know what it's like not to have a meal, you know, and so when you see kids come in here and get excited about what they're getting, you know, and knowing that they're not going to go to bed hungry that night, it's very rewarding. We're a volunteer-driven organization, so without the volunteers, we couldn't do what we do, both here in the food pantry, at the resale shop, the warehouse staff that works here, the warehouse volunteers, the guys that go pick up the food from the grocery stores every day, because we pick up from several grocery stores, H-E-B, Aldi's, Kroger's. We do have to purchase food that we don't get donated, and so we work off of grants and also all the funds that come in from the community and the sales from our resale shop. East Fort Bend Human Needs Ministry here has been serving the community for over 30 years. And so we're just glad that we're here to help the community. We can always use donations from the community with food, financial, stuff for our resale shop, school supplies, so there's always a need here. So we're here for the community.
Are you a thrift store junkie? Many of them also serve a valuable need in the community. John King shops for bargains at a local standard.
We're at Tri-City Church's resale shop. We are the resale shop that benefits East Fort Bend Human Needs Ministry. We are fully funded from the resale shop, so 100% of the proceeds here go directly to East Fort Bend Human Needs Ministry. And there are probably about 25% of our funds that come in per year, or even a little bit more. It's very important for our community. I mean, we have things at our resale shop for everybody. It can be we have great sales for people who might need a good sale right now, especially with inflation. We also have a high-end boutique inside of it. So you can pretty much find anything you need, whether it's furniture, clothing, things for your home, and whatnot. And it's always been servicing some part of the food pantry. When they started it in 1975, and then we built East Fort Bend Human Needs Ministry in 1990, and they've been a partner ever since. Everything is donated, so people from throughout the community, we actually have trucks that can come to your house and pick up furniture. We have a big donation sign in the back, so whenever we're open, people can drop off all of their goods. Thrifty Thursdays, it's the best day of the week. We have everything in the store is 50% off. So if you can fit it in your car and take it home, it's 50% off. So it's always our biggest day of the week. People get really excited about it. It's usually our biggest seller, and most of all the biggest sales of the week are on Thursdays. We have a 6-person staff over here at the resale shop, but yes, everything else is volunteer. We're volunteer driven, from marking the prices on the clothes to organizing, making sure everything's clean and ready to go, all of our volunteers.
We had a rash of customers come this morning to make the new sale, so I'm just going through the racks to pull empty hangers and just refix the clothes that are on the racks. I used to be a FedEx driver, and this was on my route. So my lunch break, I'd spend my time shopping in the store. And when I retired from FedEx in 2018, Ms. Shea was after me to come volunteer. So after I had my back surgery, I came on back, so I've been a volunteer here. So I come into the store whenever they need me to come in. It's very rewarding to give back, and that's a lesson learned in my church as well. Once we've retired or whatever, we got to come back and help those that are in need. So this resale store, it helps to supply the food for the residents of Fort Bend County, which is right next door. So we get donations from anyone, and we utilize those donations, sell the clothes. We have furniture, books, videos, records, baked goods, anything you can imagine, or even the things you don't even think you could find here at the store, you can find it.
We have some items that you could definitely get a couch for a very reasonable price. So if you're on a fixed income, it's a great place for you to be able to, furnish your home, to clothe your children. And we also work with a lot of our families who have gone through a disaster, if whether or not it's a fire or a flood, they're able to then come over here with a voucher and get everything they need to get started back on their feet.
It's just awesome. There's such a need for food to feed the community, and with the soaring prices of fuel, food, and everything, everybody's going to need some help one time or another. So I just feel like we all work together in partnership to help our brothers and sisters eat food and help them where we can.
Tri-City Church's Resale Shop, it is such a great place for the community, whether or not you want to donate, whether or not you want to come in and shop. We always need donations. We always need volunteers, and we always need shoppers. So we have been Fort Bend Focus's best kept secret, best thrift shop for 2 years in a row. So it's a great place just to come out and support the community.
Circus is coming next.
You can try, but you won't find another city like Stafford, Texas.
Serving our community just like you like it.
Taking care of you and your home since 1945.
We believe in STEM to learn and STEM to earn.
We're heading into college certified and career ready.
As a former student of Stafford, I take pride in keeping our classrooms safe.
We are Stafford, we are one.
The railroad is an important part of Texas history, and no one makes that case better than the Fort Bend Railroad Museum. Fernando Ramirez takes your ticket for this great American pastime.
So today is the monthly Garden Railroad Run Day at the museum, where our Garden Railroad is up and running with various museum trains, and this one's a little different because we are doing a little circus-themed event where the circus train will be running around on the layouts, and we have circus tents with animals and clowns all throughout the layouts. In addition to that, we'll have bubbles blowing, carnival music as well, and overall it should be fun for the whole family.
I'm a member of the Houston area G-Gaugers, and that's a model train club here in Houston that focuses on G-Gauge, which is the garden scale, 1/29 scale railroads that are so large that normally most of us actually build our layouts outside. And the Houston area G-Gaugers back in 2014 built the Garden Railroad for the museum. The museum raises the funding, but the Houston area G-Gaugers provides all the design work and the technical work and volunteer labor to actually build and now maintain the Garden Railroad and enhance it over time.
Our museum it's always been very helpful when we have volunteers doing anything from providing those on the tours of the museum exhibits to helping with some of the projects like the Garden Railroad construction or whatever else may be going on. So it's been really important to us to kind of to help bring together different people from around the community, so that way they can help give back to the museum and to the general public through different projects.
Railroad history is very important. Fort Bend County and the city of Rosenberg are only here because of the railroads. Back in the 1800s, especially the city of Rosenberg was formed as a railroad town to take the railroad from Fort Worth down to Galveston. And so one of the important missions of the museum is to preserve that railroad history, but also to educate people both about railroad history and the importance of railroads even today in commerce. And so volunteering allows us to participate in that education and preservation of history, and it provides us a lot of personal benefits. It allows us to get out and associate with people that have a like-minded view of railroad history, and just really give back to the community.
So overall today we have, of course we'll have the Garden Railroad running, and especially for the younger guests who come to the museum, they'll be more drawn towards the model trains and whatnot, but at the same time we also hope that those guests who are a little bit older and may be more willing to go on a guided tour of the museum to tour the exhibits and whatnot, they'll be able to learn something about about how the railroads have impacted Fort Bend County and how Rosenberg has grown entirely from this form of transportation, which has been pivotal to the overall region. So I'd like to thank all of our volunteers and everyone who's helped make this event possible. I'd like to give them a huge thanks for helping to expand our expand knowledge of the museum elsewhere and to help promote and preserve railroading history in Fort Bend County.
That's a wrap on our news for this week. Thank you for joining us. For everyone here at Stafford Weekly News, I'm Randall Williams. May all your news be good news. This program was produced on the Stafford campus of Houston Community College.